welcome to the Pokemon theories. Today we'll be reviewing the Aim to be a Pokemon Master in parts and parts. I did quite the episode reviews in my short section box, so do check it out and the link is in the description box, or you can simply go to my channel and select the short section. So I'm your boy Case Pro here. As Ash's journey recently concluded, it's time for me to present my final reviews regarding this mini-series and some of my speculation behind the series. We'll be doing this in order. The first section would be the story of Aim to be a Pokemon Master, in which I highlight the reasons and what this series' purpose was and how it could have been made better. The second part would comprise of my final and only review of this series as a whole. And the third part would be compromising of the new series, which is starting on the April of this year. And fasten your seatbelts because this journey is about to begin. As Ash won his biggest trophy in his Pokemon anime career, the Masters 8, the very next thing we Pokefans heard was that Ash was set and Pikachu were set to officially retire from the anime. But before that, we Pokefans got news that there would be an 11-episode mini-series which will focus on Ash and Pikachu's journey from being a novice duo to a champion duo. It's just like another one of their adventures and explores together, this time on a free roam and aimless journey. And obviously they deserve it. After 26 years, they have been in a goal-oriented episode arcs. They had to win the leagues. They had to win the trophies. This was all a goal-oriented arc. So it was decided that in the January of 2023, there would be this 11-episode miniseries called Aim to be a Pokemon Master, which would be a fitting farewell to Ash and Pikachu's character, and also to Team Rocket's character. Let's not forget, as Ash and Pikachu are the heroes, the villains deserve an equal spotlight too. Team Rocket was also going to be Team Rocket's last appearance in the anime. The reason why this series was launched as, and remember these are just my speculations, these are just my points of view. You might have different points of view, this is just my channel, so that's my point of view. We as Pokefans could be prepared for the swan song of our heroes and villains. And obviously, just imagine yourself if like Ash has now won the Masters 8 and the very next thing you see is that Pokemon anime straight away ended after Ash winning the Masters 8. It would be kind of abrupt, unnatural and unnoticed. Just think so. You have your best moment and then the moment ends abrupt. After a few days you hear that the series is going to abruptly end. Everything that ends abruptly, it's kind of hard to digest that at once. And we as Pokemon deserve it too. After 26 years, or at least 20 years for me, because I started watching Pokemon anime from 2003, even before I started going to kindergarten. We as Pokemon deserve it too after seeing so many episodes, more than 1000 episodes, with such like where we had to see when Ash was gonna win, when Ash was gonna achieve something big. I know that a character's farewell is hard to digest, even if it's like being there for more than 20 years, but it's 10 times difficult to digest when you hear that it's gonna end abruptly. So one of the reasons I think that is that the Pokemon writers wanted to give us the time to digest that Ash and Pikachu are going to retire from the anime. So they send a fitting farewell to these protagonists too also. And it's not a bad move, it's actually a very good move. We could be prepared. We now know that Ash and Pikachu were set to retire from the anime, so we could watch these few episodes of them very like touchingly or whatever. My second reason is that just like when Ash won the Alola League and in the very next series, the Journey series, he was mentioned quite a few times as the Alola League champion. And let's not forget, even the commentators of the Masters tournament recognized him as the Alola League champion. Everybody loves to hear their best moments in front of an electric crowd. So definitely I think the writers thought that now that Ash has won the World Championship, has won the Pokemon Championship, we can create these 11 episodes as Ash is going on an aimless journey as a world champion now. And he was mentioned even as a world champion by Misty in the very end of second episode. I think the second reason is that they wanted Ash to be known as the world champion. They wanted others to have his name as the world champion. So that's a very good feat. Just the dialogue, Ash is a world champion. That's goosebumps, baby. We need to see the internet for this article though. So let's see the internet. Let's move on to my computer screen. And now one of the biggest mysteries and still unsolved mysteries of the 20th and 21st centuries, and what exactly is a Pokemon Master? This is a term that even after almost 3 decades, it's still unknown to a lot of people. It's like even the Pokemon website mentioned this comment, which signifies that they cannot reveal this information. They have just kept this information to fans to speculate and create some fan fiction theories. And even I heard this comment in a Pokemon video where the commenter was saying about some Pokemon Master related content. This is just pure speculation though, this is not confirmed. So the answer for the Pokemon Master question is that this is all just left for us fans to idolize. You know, there's a question regarding every anime, so this is the biggest question for the Pokemon anime. So anyways, what this Pokemon Master has to do in relation with this series is that there was one answer which mentioned that meeting a lot of Pokemon and helping them is one of these aspects of a Pokemon Master. So other writers through the series showing that Ash is already a Pokemon Master, or has he got the traits of being a Pokemon Master, is very close to becoming a Pokemon Master. That's the best answer I can come up with. This episode begins with Ash, Misty and Brock bidding farewell to each other. This wasn't that emotional unlike their first farewell, but as it was their final episode together, it still gives us the same feels. Ash afterwards returns to his hometown, meets his family, meets his mom, meets Professor Oak, and even Tracy and Gary. And Tracy's long old Pokemon Venonat is a Venomoth now too. Anyway, it's Gary, Ash's oldest rival, who hypes up this episode by asking him what the fans are asking for so many years. Ash's final answer? He still thinks that he is actually a challenger and hasn't reached his goal yet. Maybe because of Latios still not fully trusting him, and yes, he again sets out on a new journey. Obviously the next series in Paldea, so this might give an indication that his journey is not fully over. He might make an appearance in Paldea, maybe as a minor character or what. This is Ash, he is just too passionate and wants to find out more, which is very good. Also Team Rocket this time reunites finally at last. Their last time catching Pikachu yet again failed, but now they are together. That's what matters now. And lastly, after more than 20 years, Pidgeot finally reunites. Just when the Pokeball thought that it was forgotten and done for, Pidgeot reunites with the Ash in the very last episode. Jeez, it survived that long, and it was amazing to see it back. At least it's on Ash's team now, it's not released anymore. Pidgeot was his only released Pokemon before this episode that he had never reunited with. It took the final episode, but this completed the list now. He's met all his released Pokemon now. Jeez, what an episode. When the final music gives me the vibes. Thank you. 1,200 plus episodes of Ash and Pikachu and their journey continues off screen. Rotated team. This has got to be in the positive and negative. The positives, Ash had different teams like in every episode, understandably. Since we were in the ending part, we need to see as much screen time for all of his Pokemon. And it's good that he had different teams of 4 to 5 rotated Pokemon. But the negative part is some of the episodes there were either no rotated Pokemon seen or only 1 or 2. I mean, it's only 11 episodes. Could we have got, if not all, most of his Pokemon screen time? That's the only minus. Latias arc. This was surely the main highlights. Ash helped Latias in the first episode, and afterwards Latias, unbeknownst to Ash, followed him everywhere until the episode 9 where it revealed herself to Ash again. And the Latias and Latios storyline was pretty well executed, I think. Even the villain, I liked the hunter too. In fact, as we go into the future, this will surely be the primary thing in mind when we hear about this miniseries. Come on, it's almost been there for 10 episodes out of 11. OG trio, Ash, Misty and Brock, just like good old days. Silent too, but these three take spotlight. It definitely looks like a callback to the original series, feeling that it ends the same way that it started. It's so nostalgic. And also Gary Oak, the one who hyped up the last episode, deserves a shout out too. Reunions. This series was well known for reunions. Ash reunited with Misty and Brock, with his OG starter trio, with Lapras, and yes, Pidgeot in the final episode. The very final episode of Ash as the main character, Pidgeot finally makes a return. And when Pokemon's Android writers thought that it was almost forgotten about, I'm so glad that they didn't. Jeez. And even better, Pidgeot rejoins his team. It's not released anymore, it rejoins his team back. The Aura ability. It was so great to see Ash helping so many wild Pokemon. He even treated Latias by himself, helped Beartic learn an attack, helped Bayonet to discover its long-lost owner, helped Waila to free itself, and the Latias and Latios arc. Plus, he's becoming such a big boy. He possesses aura-like powers. He can sense his Pikachu from far off. Battle-less and catching-less. Sorry, but we go into a bit of red here. The series kind of lacked intense and real battles. I mean, I know it's all this ending saga, but Pokemon's all about battles, whether it's anime, manga or gaming. Even Ash's Incineroar still hasn't battled. We could never see its true potential. It's kind of like a fillers. Fillers are non-canons especially. It just isn't a Pokemon episode without a battle. Apart from that, why didn't Ash catch any Pokemon? Leave Latias though. He could have got a Beedrill, a Beartic, Rattata, Spearow. Should have had Go because Go catches Pokemon without battling anyway. And lastly, Team Rocket. Team Rocket's almost breaking up was uncalled for, lethargic and unexpected. I mean, they definitely won't have given up like that. And they feel like a lifetime to catch Pikachu, but they never left each other's side permanently. Even if their greatest plan failed, it just didn't fit to break up like that. Thankfully, they reunited in the last episode. They again failed to catch Pikachu for the last time, but at least this time they were together. Good ending, writers. I love you. For the new series, it's titled Pokemon Horizons Generation 9 with the Terrestrial ability. Terrestrial is an ability through which your Pokemon shines, gleams and gains special powers. Yeah, that's kind of same as the other three, except that they don't shine. Anyways, there are different Terra types for different Pokemon. Like if Bulbasaur has a normal Terra type and other Bulbasaur might have a flying Terra type. Using the Terrestrial ability, you can increase the power of any moves that match the typing as the Pokemon's Terra type, or change its weakness. This is only available in the Paldea region. And apart from that, we now have a few more characters apart from Liko and Roy introduced in the Horizons. Some of these characters are here with their partner Pokemon. One special character who is Frayed and Captain Pikachu, which is kind of controversial because OG fans like me wanted to have Pikachu's character retire once and for all. Although it's a mascot, so the crew have their own reasons. So this brand new series starts on 14th April of this year. So I'm definitely gonna watch it as a Pokefan and then I'm gonna see if it matches up to the OG hype.